Hi everyone, this is Marilyn Sholin, Corel Painter Master, and I have a new set of brushes out. And I wanted to just give you a little bit about these brushes and show a few of them to you. These will be on sale for a few more days, and after that they're going up to regular price, so you may want to go ahead and take advantage of the special while it's on. So these are for Corel Painter, and they are packaged up that you can either install them the new way, which is you must be updated to Corel Painter 12.2, which makes an easy, super duper easy install, or you will also receive in the zip file the old method, which is the folder and the JPEG, and you will have instructions on how to install them the old way also. So you will also be getting a PDF, and the PDF will have a demo of each one. Let's get this down to a little bit so we can see them. The PDF is going to give you the name of it, and it's going to tell you on each brush here whether it works in quick clone. They all work as clone. They don't always work in quick clone. And whether it paints on an empty layer, because we're always asking questions like that. So this way you're going to know right away. A couple of the brushes at the end, you'll see the name is color, and this will lay down light paint strokes of color. So see this one right here, this is the dry fan cloner, but when I turn on the color, it really gives you a really interesting effect here. So this is the swirly cloner. So there's information and a little image here for each one of these. And I'm going to have some other information for you also in the PDFs. So this is just a little teaser video. And I will show you first that here's one that I did with one of the brushes. And I have this posted also on my Facebook page so that you can see some of these. And I have close-ups of them also painted on my Facebook page. So that's one of the brushes, and I wanted to do another painting to show you the difference between this one and another one. So let me see. This was this one. Okay, so this is, you can see major difference between the two different brushes here. So this one has a whole bunch of swirly strokes, and then this one has a whole textured look to it. But if you go on my Facebook page, you'll find these. So this is one that I've just been playing with two of the brushes that created a really interesting abstract. And you can see it has a huge amount of texture in it. And I will talk about those. So I wanted to do this using one image just for this so that you could see the differences. And of course, because I'm going to go clone, I'm going to have my clone source panel open over here. And I hope you all saw the video already of clone painting on the Corel site. If you didn't, just go ahead and message me and I'll send you the link. I'll put the link also with the information with the brushes. And I think it's also, let's see if it's over here in the digital paint shop. If I put the link into here, I didn't, but if we go over here, I believe I put them in here. Oh, I'll go ahead and I'll make sure I add that webinar to these brushes right here. So this is in the digital paint shop that you can go ahead and buy the brushes, and for just a couple of more days. Okay, so let's go ahead and start right here. So we're going to go to File, Clone. And in the Corel webinar, I taught you to also, now you're going to want to create a folder on your desktop to save these. So we're going to go to File, Save As, and I'm going to create a new folder in here. There's a new folder. Okay, and I'll just call this video painting. Okay, and over here, the actual name of this, you know what, I'll call it the same thing. makes the most sense, and then I will know what I did. So within the video painting folder, I am saving this as a riff. And remember, all the color information is taken from this original, and I'm going to minimize that. I no longer need that open. So this is the list of all the brushes I've done. So let's go ahead and let's test a few of these. Now notice the ones where I was explaining. It says Cloner, Dry Fan Cloner, and then this one says Dry Fan Color. So let's take a look at all that. Let's look at this multi-tonal cloner. Okay. And what I've been doing is I've been trying to do a bit of a muck-up of this painting so that you can get the idea of how much this will really do. So this has a little bit of an interesting look to it. We're getting sort of lines, stripy lines here. It's going to be a neat look to it. And of course it depends, don't forget, everything depends upon your size of your brush. So if I'm going to make my brush smaller, it's going to react differently, and it's going to be picking up a little bit more detail. So maybe for the clothing I would do that. And let's zoom in here a little bit for you, so you can see this one a little bit more. Now, everything depends upon how hard you press on your tablet and what your particular strength is. So if you're not getting the results you want, oh, look how nice that did the clothes. Really, really nice. I like that. So if you're not getting the, if you're having to press too hard or anything like that, go to your preferences. So go to your preferences, edit preferences, and go to your brush tracking. And on your brush tracking, just go ahead and put a few, I always say do 3 strokes. The reason is the first time sometimes people are worried about it, and you just want it to pick up the natural stroke you do, and it connects your pressure. And then go back to paint and see if that went ahead and that helped your brush. So this is one cloner. This is the multi-tonal cloner. So let's look at another one. Let's look at this one, this twisty cloner. Okay, this is great fun. Look at what this cloner does. Oh, I love it. This cloner is also great for using on fur, animals, this backgrounds, and this one is going to be great. I'm hoping by next week that I will have a painting posted in each one of these cloners. So I've been working on it and trying to get them done for you. So that's the twisty cloner. Let's go ahead and, whoops. Let's go ahead and close that and open up our other image again. Sorry. Okay, I wanted to just get a clean copy of it, that's all. So let's go over there, and I do realize it says Untitled again because I closed that out. So you know that you are supposed to make the folder for it, but I'm just going to give you a little test on some of these. Here's another one that's fun, the Silly Circles one. And again, let's go ahead and zoom in here. And you do have to press a little bit on this, and it does change the texture of what you're getting, but it makes it really interesting. And you can see how it's adding texture in here, and yet it's not moving things around too much. But look at that wall. The wall looks amazing now. It did not totally obliterate the man, but look at the change in the colors. I always have a really good time with brushes that do unusual things, and they don't always do what you expect them to do. So these are fun ones to work with here. Now, what would be nice here is to then go get a different brush, and this textured cloner is really cool, and go ahead and add some of that in there. Now this textured cloner I used with, and I'm going to tell you what I think I would do here. I'm going to reclone this because I like these colors and I want to see them again. So now I'm going to go to File, Clone, and now I have these interesting colors. And see, now I'm using this textured cloner over those cool colors. Now I get rid of the man, keep all this interesting stuff going on. And this is one I used on this abstract painting. Let me see, this one. Okay, this one I use, you can see the textured cloner, and this is the same thing, it's the violinist. And I used the textured cloner, and I also used on this one the jumpy chalk cloner, which is fun. I'll show you that one here. Let's zoom in again. Okay, textured brush cloner. And this is what I meant by you never know what each brush is going to be doing. They all do something different. And every time you use it, it's going to do something different. And it depends upon your pressure, and it depends upon the size of the brush. And of course, it depends if you make any changes in the upper part in those brushes. But these really give you some interesting things going on. This is one of my favorites. This is the dry fan cloner, and this has a really neat look to it. Oh, I love this one. Here, let's go over here. This cloner is just awesome, and I've used it to paint a number of things already. And the nice thing about this is I also have the color version in here. So let's say we wanted to add a little bit of color. See how it's going to drop that color right in? And you just use little short strokes with it. And of course you have all your brushes at the top here. And I could switch back to the clone version of it and just smear a little bit of that color in. So they are very, very versatile. And let's get another one here. This is the Wavy Cloner, so this is a lot of fun. See how smooth this one is? This does some really cool things. I posted this on my Facebook page previously, and all I did was just one color with it, and it just came out so cool. I mean, you just never know what's going to happen. But this is, so these are really fun to work with, and you will receive the full set of the cloners, and I throw in there soft cloners so that it's easy to get to. So if you're working in the set of brushes, then you can just go ahead and pick up your soft cloner and you can get back to where you want to be. So that way you don't have to jump around in the brushes. I love the way Corel has now organized the brushes. That was a little funky looking, huh? So that it's so much easier to install, it's easier to move them around, easier to organize them in every which way possible. So let's just try one more, multi-tonal cloner. And I was working with this one earlier. And this is so gooey and so rich, and it just gives you a really interesting kind of clone look. And again, it depends upon the size of the brush, so you have to be sure you have the right size of the brush. So these are the cloners, and they're going to be released to you in like 2 days, at which time the price will change and the price will go up. So I hope you will take a look at the paintings that I have posted everywhere and see all these interesting new things, and that you will enjoy these as much as I've been enjoying them. And there's that abstract again to show you. And just as a reminder, okay, these are all in the digital paint shop. And if I'm able to, I'm going to include a link to the shop. You'll definitely have it in the newsletter that I'm going to put out. So you'll be able to go directly to the shop. Okay, so thanks everyone, and thank you for your interest, and I hope you find other things in the digital paint shop to download. Don't forget that we do have freebies in the shop, and there are other brushes in that group, and there's articles and free fonts and freestyles for if you use Post Workshop. I have freestyles in there, and there's all kinds of fun stuff. And I wish I could keep up with it and put more in there. Anybody want to come help? All right, thanks everybody.